my dear collective, welcome to another music channeling. The thing is this, um, I'm filming back to back. Things are not really organized in my personal life right now, but I do feel like doing a reading, so here we are. I will be posting this on the 9th of September. I got this song during the full moon in Pisces or the blood moon. Again, it clocked to me that it's full moon season, new moon season. And I think that's why I feel a little bit all over the place. I'm not gonna lie, that's things have not been organized. Okay? It has not. Display and in general, but I feel like when things transition, when things are set in motion, it will be alright. Okay? I am hoping and praying so. Because wow, but yeah, it is the full moon in Pisces. It's also the blood moon, so much so it came up on my news feed on my phone, like an actual news situation. It's a big deal. Okay, now I didn't read the intels of the transition with the blood moon and all that, but yeah, well, at least for me, it's this organization. Okay, I don't know if it's like relatable. I don't know if it's just me, but hey, your go-to song for your reading as of today is "All I Ask," okay, by Adele. Now, I'm doing my readings a little bit different. This is something I've been guided to do. So I say this to say how I did my readings 2 years ago when I first started last year, 6 months ago. It differs very much so. This is fully on divine guidance, okay? So, any past readings I have done, okay, make it make sense, obviously, but I have done past readings and they will be linked. If they resonate, be my guest, okay? This is a beautiful song. This song also reminds me of letting go of a love that you're forced to let go, even though you do not want to let go, and that is the channeled message. Okay, but let's look up Taurus characteristics. To stay on topic. So the good traits of a Taurus is that they are very patient, reliable, sensual, appreciative, loyal, devoted, practical, resourceful, and determined and persistent. Okay? They're very punctual, tenacious, persistent, ambitious, organized, dependable. Okay, well, pretty much. Thorough, generous, focused, patient, clever, loyal. Negative traits of a Taurus: jealousy, laziness, stubbornness, dependent, materialistic, possessive, self indulgent, glutinous. Glutinous. They like gluttony, okay? Selfish and self absorbed. Stubborn, possessive, insensitive, controlling, vain, uncompromising. Okay? So we got the good and the bad of a Taurus. Now that doesn't have to be, we're just basing it off characteristics. Okay, so your person could be a freaking Pisces, Aries, Gemini, and have those traits. For you, make it make sense. Okay, but we read them, check mark. Okay. Let's see if we need to read the song. I feel like I kind of explained it really good. Wow. Maybe we don't need to read it. Two 2004 could be relevant. I looked it up, but there was a different song that came up. and the year of that song was 2004. That could be relevant. 2015 for this specific song. That year could also be relevant. Okay. Let's see here. If this is my last night with you, hold me like I'm more than just a friend. Give me a memory I can use. Take me by the hand while we do what lovers do. It matters how this ends, cause what if I never love again? Okay? I think the most important thing is it matters how it ends, cause what if I never love again? And that's such a crucial thing for anyone that been in love, wants love, to be at peace with. And this is why, no shade, no tea, a lot of people, including myself, have been waiting around for individuals because of lack of closure. Now, in my years of learning, the reality is that we don't need to have closure with that individual to be okay, to have closure, but it helps. It helps, and is really a learning process to get closure from an experience that hurt you so deeply you don't even know how to go about it the next time. If you ever do get over it, okay? That's why therapy is so important. I say this to say, this person here really left a mark in your life. I feel like it goes both ways for a lot of you guys. Even if it ended crucially, toxic wise, mutually, there is still some unfinished business. That's what I can take from that sentence alone. It matters how it ends, because what if I can never love again? The perception of that love was the only one once in a lifetime, and that's it. And it doesn't matter if it was when you guys were 15, 25, 55, 85. You get me, okay? And it's a hard thing to swallow, because based on this song, how I read it and how I tune into it, it makes me feel like even though they will get the closure that they're asking for, I don't feel like they never will feel the closure that they were asking for. Because how I'm looking at the song, you can end things with me, but it will never be over. And they need to hear that from the other person as well. It's kind of like if you go separate ways, you go separate ways from your person, you guys ended things. What I feel like the song, and maybe you guys in question need to hear, was like, if we end things, if we go separate ways, if we never see each other, for me, for you, you need to hear the incentive, the nuance of, it will always be me. I'm your first, last, middle love. It doesn't matter who you're with. I'm always in need, almost. I know it says a little bit extra right now, but I'm in my philosopher bag right now, okay? Philosophical bag. Listen, you always have to have me in your heart. If you separate from the person, to kind of just bring it down a bit, it's almost like you are inquiring of the person to, yes, we were not together. Yes, this is going to be the last time. Because you know it. You can sense it. You feel it. You see how they move with the other person, or vice versa. They see how you move with the other person. But it's kind of that, I feel like it's kind of a little bit of a wishful thinking, even with the song in itself, where it's like, we're not together, but I know I'm the only one that actually loved you. And it sounds very controlling and demanding, and a little bit, that's the energy I'm getting from this song. And maybe you guys operate in the same way. As in, when you meet your person again, it doesn't matter, again, 5, 10 years, 85, when you see each other, that love is inevitable. That love is unconditional. Unconditional. That love is never changing. And I feel like the entirety of the song, and when you guys ended things, I feel like somebody, you or them, maybe perhaps both, was like, yes, we're not together, but don't ever deny that this is love, and don't deny that this love is not unconditional. Like, I feel like it's almost like a requirement of like, when we part ways, it doesn't matter if it's today, tomorrow, in 10 years, you know I'm the love of your life. Maybe this is going back to Taurus toxic traits, but it's like, don't forget me, because I'm not gonna forget you, and I dare you to forget me. Not on my watch, not in this lifetime. That's what I'm getting from this song. And I get it though. Being hurt by love is, how do I say this? Not to make it so black and white. I don't feel like you're ever going to get over this person or vice versa. Whoever needs the closure, is not for them to have, okay, I can now walk away and move on with my, and you. So I think the breakdown of that actual song, when her going over to that person, laying their heart out again, knowing that it's over, knowing the fact that that person won't choose them, that it's done and done, and that there will be no returning back. They're hoping that they won't forget the love, and low key, heavy on, I'm the love that was the love. Okay, I feel like it's almost like a reminder of like, yeah, we're not together, but don't forget that I'm that love for you. I don't know. I feel like I'm overanalyzing. I'm pretty sure I wasn't acting this way in my other readings. Probably very much simplified. I say this to say, it's a love that can't be lost, and I feel like it's a requirement for you or for your person to remember that. Remember that this is not a love lost. Is that a title? Yes, I think so. It kind of also reminds me of like, remember, maybe we should go back to the lyrics, because she also says, look, don't get me wrong, I know there's no tomorrow. All I ask, if this is my last night with you, hold me like I'm more than just a friend. So it also gives me the incentive of that the relationship been done, it's been over, and you guys are probably just friends, right? You come to the conclusion of like, the love has faded away, and whomever was like, yeah, let's be friends, that was just like, you know how people be saying that men can't really be friends with females? It's giving that. Now, I don't believe in that, but a lot of people have this, I don't go by that, okay, because I have a lot of male friends, but the saying is, a man is only a friend to a female that they found attractive to, so they could have their time and space with that other female. Now, the saying also is, a masculine or a male doesn't go for a feminine in a romantic setting if they don't have attractiveness to that female, okay? And in this case, going by who sings the tune, the feminine deciding to be friends with this man, she was just waiting and hoping for the time that the friendship would blossom back to love again. But based on whatever she has seen or heard, perhaps a new relationship, perhaps a shift of dynamic where it's like, okay, this is finally the end, she still is hoping for them to come back to them. And no matter what happens, like she says in the song, hold me more than just a friend. That was the nuance, the incentive all along. The friendship was just subtle, was a substitute for let's have our connection a little bit longer, a little bit more riskier. But why more riskier at the end? If you've been friends and it has been established that you are friends, to have it a little bit more at the end. She'd been waiting. And she always probably will be waiting. But it hurts though. It's hard to let go of somebody that the love has died for them and it still ignites for you. If you're the feminine, if you're gonna base it on the lyrics, it really hurts, you know? Loving somebody that the love for you has died down, or vice versa, okay? Welcome to the philosophical class of BQ Argos. I feel like I'm just reading the lyrics now. This person just wants to make sure that the love that they have will not go to waste. That will always be unconditional. That they won't forget it. To just simplify it, okay? So why is this song here for you guys? Somebody's depressed. I don't know if it's you or them. The reason for this song, collective, is because somebody wants to communicate. Okay? They want to talk. Maybe they want to talk about them being sad, being depressed. I did feel a heavy flow of or influx of anxiety. I'm not gonna lie, I felt that. Okay? So I don't know if they're gonna say that. I don't know what they're gonna say, but they do want to talk to you. Somebody do have anxiety, or they could also be anxious to talk to you. But they definitely want to be in communication. I don't know if this was like a year ago, okay? 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when you were 85, I don't know. But right now, when I got this song, which was on the 9/9, the blood moon of it all, right? Like they say. Oh, sorry, it was the 8/9. But it's going to be posted on the 9/9, okay? And I think one of the readers that followed, she said something about it being a portal. On that note, any portals that are opening is basically a door to a new chapter. It can go good, it could be shenanigans. So stay vibrational, okay? I say maybe this is why they're coming back now. Maybe this is why they want to talk to you now. Maybe it's like there's so much history and they couldn't see it, but they see it now. But they definitely want to talk to you, okay? Somebody's also very depressed, very sad, and heavy on the anxiety, okay? Maybe they're anxious to talk to you as well. They have this fear of ruining things again, self-sabotaging things with you again. They don't want to ruin that, okay? Maybe this is what they're going to talk to you about, them self-sabotaging. For a lot of you guys, there might be communication about leaving or why they left or why they wanted you to leave. Okay, somebody's name is also Erica. So with the Erica thing, I feel like things can go either way. Like the 9/9 portal, it could go good or it could go fucked. Okay. I'm going to do a card for Erica. And I keep on channeling, this is not a love lost. The love between you guys is not lost. Even if you broke up, go separate ways, the love is not lost, okay? Erica, this is your card though. And remember to be open to receive, and remember that you are abundant no matter how it turns out. That just be receptive, okay? Somebody will definitely crash out. Somebody will definitely tear up. and be like in their feelings. In their feelings. I kid you not. Like, I'm talking about screaming, yelling, falling to their knees, distraught. There's so much love between you guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is for everybody. This is not like secluding just like Jessica, Jessica or Erica, okay? I say this to say somebody's gonna crash out. But there's also like there's so much love because I'm channeling right now. You know when you're like, this reminds me of like high school days, but when you're an emotional drunk. Sometimes it could be Emily. Like I'm thinking about my high school days and all my like I had this particular bestie. Her name was Emily, and every time we partied and we get drunk and lit, right? She was one of those like the emotional drunk. As soon as alcohol hits, give her some time, she would be fun, and then she would be crying and tearing up. Mind you, the entire month, weeks, until we go out and have a girls' night, it's very much like, oh, so you were holding this all in. She proceeded to tell me that, yeah, I broke up with him, and he said that, but when we're sober, when we are, in our right mind, there was no mention of this specific guy. But as soon as the partying hits, the alcohol hits, everything comes out. I feel like somebody will have that type of reaction, but I'm not quite sure if it's in a drunken state. I feel like it's going to be in a sober state. Example, you meet your person, have a conversation, and it doesn't really matter at this point if it's, like I said, 5 years ago, a year ago, when you guys are 85, there is going to be a lot of emotional outbursts, okay? Whether you like it or not. But I feel like all of this emotional outburst is healing, but it's also a realization to the fact that, damn, I really love them. It's never over, and it probably will never be over. And it hurts because they could have thought that it was done. Now somebody's calling me, so I have to come back, but we're gonna pause it, okay? We're gonna do a few. Remember, this person, they want love with you, and I feel like you want love with them as well, but it's just so much hurt and pain that needs to be addressed. There's definitely going to be change for all of you guys. Side note with the calling, there's definitely going to be a phone call or but timeline in terms of a change or action. We're going to leave it to divine timing. Let's see if there are any numbers that comes out. If not, we're going to leave it as such. Number 9, 5, number 15, and number 17. Okay? So on that note, thank you for watching. Number 4 could also be relevant. I'm so sorry. I have to take this call. Okay? Hopefully it helps. Okay?